Most people don't realize that Britain has a gemstone history as rich as any mining nation in the world. Mines across Scotland, Cornwall, Yorkshire, Derbyshire, and Wales were producing quality gemstones for centuries, and then they closed. Some slowly, some suddenly. What happened to those gemstones is now driving values up dramatically, because when the supply stops, the stones still in circulation become increasingly rare. Starting with number 12. Number 12. Whitby jet from the Yorkshire coast. Whitby jet is fossilized wood, specifically ancient Araucaria trees that died millions of years ago and were compressed into jet. It's warm to the touch, lightweight despite looking heavy, and when polished, creates a deep black shine that's unlike any other stone. Whitby was mined extensively throughout the Victorian era for mourning jewelry. The mines operated continuously until the 1950s, when the last commercial jet mine closed. A genuine Whitby jet piece from the Victorian era, properly identified and hallmarked, can sell for $400 to $3,000 at auction, depending on the carving quality and the craftsmanship. But here's what's changed since the mines closed. Genuine Whitby jet is now so rare that a well-carved piece in good condition can sell for more than a comparable gemstone would. The supply has contracted to essentially zero. Demand from collectors hasn't diminished. The gap is where value lives. Number 11. Cornish tourmaline. Cornwall was a significant source of tourmaline in various colors, green tourmaline particularly, throughout the 19th and early 20th centuries. The mines closed as the tin mining industry declined and deeper mining became economically unviable. A quality specimen of Cornish tourmaline, particularly in green or the rare pink variety, can sell for $300 to $2,500 per carat, depending on the color saturation and clarity. The rarity now is extreme. Cornish tourmaline hasn't been commercially mined in over 50 years. Any piece on the market is either a museum specimen, a collector's piece, or a part of an old collection. The supply is fixed and finite. The value keeps rising. Number 10. Scottish Cairngorm quartz. Cairngorm is smoky quartz found in the Cairngorm Mountains of Scotland. It ranges in color from pale yellow-brown to deep smoky gray. Scottish Cairngorm was mined and used in traditional Scottish jewelry throughout the 19th century. The mines are now closed. A quality Scottish Cairngorm stone of significant size can sell for $150 to $800, depending on the color depth and clarity. What makes this valuable now is that genuine Scottish Cairngorm with provenance and proper identification is becoming increasingly rare. Most new Cairngorm-colored stones on the market are either treated citrines or completely different stones marketed under the name. Number 9. Dorset fossils and ammonites in premium quality. The Jurassic coast of Dorset produced fossils and ammonites throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, particularly high-quality specimens used in Victorian and Edwardian jewelry. Commercial fossil extraction from private land has largely stopped due to environmental protections and access restrictions. A premium quality Dorset ammonite, particularly one set in Victorian gold or silver with maker's marks, can sell for $500 to $5,000, depending on the size and quality of the specimen. The supply has contracted dramatically. The historical significance and the rarity now drive values up. Before we continue, if this is already making you think about gemstones you might own or have seen, subscribe now. The next video covers exactly how to identify genuine British gemstones without specialist equipment, and which auction houses specialize in British mineral specimens. That information could be worth hundreds to you. Number 8. Welsh amethyst. Amethyst was found in Wales in scattered deposits throughout the 19th century. Mining was never extensive, but quality specimens were recovered and used in Victorian jewelry. The mines are now closed. A quality Welsh amethyst, particularly in deep purple color with good clarity, can sell for $100 to $600 depending on the size. What drives the value is the rarity of supply combined with the historical significance of Welsh provenance. A Welsh amethyst with documented provenance from specific historical mines commands a premium over generic amethyst at the same quality level. Number 7. Derbyshire Blue John fluorite. Blue John is a specific variety of fluorite found exclusively in Derbyshire, characterized by purple and white banding in distinctive pattern. It was mined extensively throughout the 18th and 19th centuries and used in decorative objects and jewelry. The main mines closed in the 1880s and haven't reopened. A piece of genuine Derbyshire Blue John, particularly if it's a period piece with antique setting or historical documentation, can sell for $400 to $3,500, depending on the size and the quality of the banding pattern. What makes it valuable is that Blue John from Derbyshire literally can't be obtained any other way. The supply is absolutely finite. Number 6. Scottish freshwater pearls. Scottish rivers and lochs produced freshwater pearls, particularly from mussels in the River Spey and other northern rivers. Pearl harvesting was common through the 19th and early 20th centuries. Environmental protections and river quality changes mean that pearl production has essentially stopped. A quality Scottish freshwater pearl, particularly if it's from a documented historical collection, can sell for $150 to $200, depending on the size and luster. Modern freshwater pearls are produced elsewhere and don't command the same prices. The historical Scottish pearls are now significantly more valuable because the supply has stopped. Number 5. Cornish topaz. Cornish topaz, yellow to golden topaz found in tin mining areas of Cornwall, was recovered throughout mining operations. The closure of the tin mines meant the end of topaz extraction. A quality specimen of Cornish topaz, particularly one with documented provenance or set in antique jewelry, can sell for $200 to $1,500, depending on the size and color saturation. What drives the value is not just rarity, but the historical significance of Cornish gemstone production. Number 4. English opal from specific historical sources. Opal was found in scattered deposits across England, particularly in certain areas of the Midlands and the Southeast. While not extensively mined, quality specimens were recovered and used in Victorian jewelry. Supply from these sources has largely stopped. An English opal, particularly one with documented historical provenance, can sell for $300 to $2,500, depending on the size, the play of color, and the quality of the stone. Generic opals from other sources sell for considerably less. The English origin adds significant premium. Number 3. Cornish beryl and aquamarine. Cornish mines produced beryl in various colors, including pale blue aquamarine. The closure of the tin mines meant the end of beryl extraction. A quality specimen of Cornish beryl, particularly in clear or blue aquamarine tones with documented provenance, can sell for $400 to $3,000, depending on the size and clarity. What makes it valuable is the rarity combined with the historical significance of Cornish gemstone mining. Number 2. Scottish agates in rare colors. Scottish agates were found in various locations and used extensively in Scottish jewelry and decorative objects. While some agate mining continues at very small scale, the historic sources are largely closed. A quality Scottish agate, particularly in rare colors like deep red or unusual banding patterns with historical documentation, can sell for $200 to $1,800, depending on the size and the rarity of the color. Modern agates are available globally, but Scottish agates with historical provenance command premium. Number 1. Any British gemstone with documented mine provenance and historical record. This is the ultimate driver of value. A stone that can be proven to come from a specific British mine that closed decades ago, particularly if it has antique setting or historical documentation, commands significant premiums over undocumented stones of identical chemistry and quality. A Blue John piece with provenance documentation from Derbyshire mines can sell for 2 to 3 times the price of an equivalent undocumented piece. A Whitby jet carving with Victorian craftsmanship attribution can sell for dramatically more than an equivalent modern jet piece. The provenance is the value. The closed mine is the story that drives collector demand. But here's the one thing that connects all of these. The value isn't in the chemistry of the stone itself. It's in the supply constraint combined with historical significance. These stones stopped being produced commercially 50 to 150 years ago. The supply is fixed and finite. Demand from collectors and jewelry makers hasn't diminished. The gap between fixed supply and ongoing demand is where value lives. Every piece of genuine Whitby jet on the market is one less piece available tomorrow. Every Scottish cairngorm in a collection is one less available for a future collector. That's how supply constraints drive value. The gemstone industry survives on discovery and extraction. When a mine closes, the supply becomes finite. The demand doesn't end. The prices rise. It's that simple. British gemstone values have risen steadily for decades, precisely because the supply is constrained, and the historical significance of British mining adds collector premium on top of base gemstone value. Every antique jewelry collection has British gemstones in it. Most people holding them have absolutely no idea what they own or how rare the stones actually are. A piece of Whitby jet set in silver with a maker's mark could be worth hundreds. A piece of Cornish tourmaline in antique jewelry could be worth thousands. But nobody checks. Nobody investigates provenance. The value sits unrecognized in jewelry boxes and antique shops across the country. Tell me in the comments if you own any British gemstones or antique jewelry that might contain them. And if you have a piece with documented British provenance, tell me what it is. I want to know what rare British stones are still sitting unvalued in collections across this country. And if this video made you think differently about British gemstone history, share it with someone who collects antique jewelry or minerals. That share might be the difference between something valuable being recognized for what it actually is.